There once was a man named Ben. He lived in a small village nestled near a lush forest. Ben had a young son named Leo. They were different.
Leo and I, we love to sing, dance and tell stories. We see joy in the rustling leaves and music in the flowing river.
The villagers did not understand. They were hard-working people, spending their days toiling in the fields. They valued practicality and hard work above all else. To them, Ben and Leo, with their songs and stories, seemed frivolous.
They should focus on more practical matters, don't you think?
Yes, their carefree ways are distracting.
One day, the village elder, a stern man with a weathered face, approached Ben.
Your ways are distracting. The villagers are losing focus. You must leave.
Ben was saddened. He did not want to cause any trouble. He only wanted to share his love for the world. With heavy hearts, Ben and Leo packed their meager belongings. They left the village behind, seeking refuge in the very heart of the jungle they loved. The villagers watched them go, some with relief, others with a flicker of guilt in their eyes. The jungle welcomed Ben and Leo with open arms. They built a small hut from branches and leaves. The forest provided them with fruits and vegetables. Ben continued to sing his songs, and Leo danced among the trees. They were happy, surrounded by the beauty of nature.
Father, look at all these fruits. The jungle is so kind to us.
The villagers, however, were not happy. Since Ben and Leo had left, things had not gone well for them. The crops had begun to fail. The rains had become unpredictable. A sense of unease settled over the village. They began to whisper about an old legend, the legend of Adi Momo.
Have you heard about Adi Momo?
Yes, they say he's a fearsome creature who haunts the jungle.
Adi Momo, they said, was a forest spirit, a fearsome creature who haunted the jungle. Legend had it that he was once a kind boy, but the villagers had mistreated him, leaving him bitter and vengeful. Now, he roamed the jungle, a fearsome beast seeking revenge. The villagers feared Adi Momo's wrath. They believed he was the cause of their misfortune, a punishment for exiling Ben and Leo. Fear hung heavy in the air, a stark contrast to the joy that Ben and Leo had found in their jungle home. The stories about Adi Momo were plentiful and terrifying. They spoke of a creature of immense size and strength. His eyes glowed red in the darkness. His voice was a guttural roar that shook the very ground. Villagers whispered of his sharp claws and teeth, capable of tearing through flesh and bone.
I was once a young boy, orphaned and alone. I wandered into the village seeking food and shelter. But the villagers, hardened by their own struggles, turned me away. They treated me with cruelty, driving me into the depths of the jungle.
The jungle, instead of rejecting him, had embraced him. It had nurtured his pain and anger, twisting him into the beast he was now. Adi Momo, they believed, was a symbol of their own capacity for cruelty, a living reminder of their past sins. The villagers lived in fear of his return, for they knew that Adi Momo would not forget their unkindness. They waited, dreading the day the creature would emerge from the jungle to seek his revenge. They prayed for forgiveness, but their pleas seemed to disappear into the dense foliage, unanswered and unheard. One evening, as the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the jungle floor, Ben and Leo heard a noise. It was a low growl, deep and menacing. The ground trembled slightly.
Father, what is that?
Leo clung to his father, his eyes wide with fear. Ben had heard the stories. He knew who it was.
It's Adi Momo.
Adi Momo emerged from the trees, a hulking figure shrouded in shadow. His eyes glowed like hot coals, and his breath steamed in the cool evening air. He looked terrifying, just as the stories described. But Ben, instead of fear, felt a surge of compassion. He began to sing. It was a simple melody, filled with kindness and warmth. He sang of the beauty of the jungle, of the joy he felt living in harmony with nature. And then, he did something unexpected. He sang Adi Momo's name. Not with fear, but with respect. He sang it like a lullaby, soothing and gentle.
Adi Momo, Adi Momo.
The song floated through the air, wrapping the jungle in a blanket of peace. He sang of the interconnectedness of all beings, of the importance of compassion and understanding.
We are all one, Adi Momo. We are all connected.
Ben continued to sing, his voice echoing through the trees. He sang of forgiveness, of the power of kindness to heal even the deepest wounds.
We are all one, Adi Momo. We are all connected.
He took a hesitant step forward, his eyes fixed on Ben.
We are all one, Adi Momo. We are all connected.
The growl faded from his throat, replaced by a low whine that sounded almost like a sob.
We are all one, Adi Momo. We are all connected.
The effect was immediate. Adi Momo paused, his head tilting slightly, as if he couldn't believe what he was hearing.
We are all one, Adi Momo. We are all connected.
As he sang, a remarkable transformation began to take place. The anger seemed to drain away from Adi Momo, replaced by a look of wonder.
Thank you for seeing me.
In that moment, the jungle seemed to hold its breath, witnessing the power of a simple song to transform fear into acceptance.